What is going on, Lunatic Fringe? We're here to talk about Terra Luna Classic. We're here to talk about the blockchain, the one that we want the revival on. And I'm here to tell you that Luna Classic validators, there are some bad actors. And if you do a little logical thinking, and I want to state this for the record, if you like burns, let me know. Let me know in the comment section that you think that burns are an important capacity and an important part, because I certainly do. I think that we should be burning a lot more than we are currently burning. I'm going to show you some statistics showing you how little we're actually burning as we speak. Binance by far has burned way more than anybody else. Donations basically burned more than anybody else. In a lot of these instances, you probably have a bag larger than what other people are burning over the course of a month, which is why when I give you things like the fire token from Levi, why I think that's important, because there's significant dollar amounts that could be generated without you having to buy like the fire token or anything like that. Like, I think it's a great process, but that's not going to burn gigantic amounts. What's going to burn gigantic amounts is a full-on repeg. Now, the quant team put out a proposal. We still have no answer on the proposal for the purpose of the centralized exchanges. I'm not a fan of all of this time taking, if you will, but if that's what we got to do, that's what we got to do. Now, in the meantime, Genuine Labs has come over with an IBC bridge fix. There's a lot going on. This is not, we're not without in this community. However, what if I told you that the reason that these proposals keep coming out, and by that, I want to stress to you, and I want to show you what I'm talking about here, because guess what? As soon as the 1.5 got rejected, they put up a new request. That new request now is for a 1%, because no matter what, they're going to stop trading on this chain. Why is that the case? Well, if you have an active trading chain, then guess what happens? People start to unstake. People start to unstake and they start to actively trade. What happens? Then you, as a validator, you start to have less money. The validating is incentivized to have you hold and not trade. So could it be that the Luna Classic validators at the top are disincentivizing you to trade your Luna Classic and your USTC because they don't want to give up the money? I'm asking the question here. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And by the way, make sure you hit the like button and make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified if you want to. Future content, this comes out every morning. But the important thing, I think, is that, consider when a bad actor is doing something. There's plenty of times when we look at things that are done for good reasons, but they're just bad things. There's plenty of times when we look at good things that are done for bad reasons. So ask yourself, do these Luna Classic validators just want you to continue to stake and hold? Now, I think the answer to that is yes. Does that make them bad actors? Not exactly. What makes them bad actors is when they start to manipulate the voting process in order to make sure that they maintain their power. How does that get done? Well, things like reducing validators from 130 to 100. That's a great way to consolidate power. Disincentivizing people from trading. It's a great way to consolidate power. Setting the fixed rates that they have right now. Remember, the commission on some of these at the very top are higher than the 5%. Remember, there's a 5% minimum now because they want to consolidate power. And anybody who's offering those huge rates, anybody who's offering the best rates, of course, continues to consolidate up at the top. You want centralization. That's how you get centralization. Now, are you paying attention to it? Are you seeing it? That's the question, right? We're going to have to do something about it. But today is not that day. Today is the day we're going to look at the price action. I guess I'm going to take a victory lap again because, I just draw these stuff on chart. I just draw on the charts and tell you what I think is going to happen. And of course, it happens. It's like I'm the Nostradamus or Nostra Madness, if you will, of Luna Classic. But guys, you should at least consider that there are some bad actors in this space, and they're not looking out for your better end. At least, again, consider that. Now we have this proposal. This proposal was they want to continue this because this is not the end. They're not done with you yet. They want you to they want you to not trade. Now these are the total burns here. You had 5.592 billion. Then you have 62 million. I mean, that's the fee collector. And to be fair, look down this list here. All of these different guys here. That's not a lot. That's not a lot at all. So consider that. Governance, we've still got the 8 million USTC directly from the community pool. That's not going to pass. That's Vegas Morph, I think, that just continues to put up random wild-ass burn proposals. What's going on, guys? Cryptonomy.finance. I do have an incredible promo event. Follow Cryptonomy_fi. Make your deposit at Cryptonomy.finance. Like and retweet the post and tag 3 friends who love Solana. As you can see right here, earned about 0.0014 Bitcoin. When we get to our fixed levels, my tether so far, $4,345, I've actually earned $251 in accrued interest. For my XRP, 224 XRP, Ethereum 0.09, Ethereum, Bitcoin, we've got 0.008, also about $500. Of course, these ranges were a little different. I was using a little bit more. And then we have the long-term one that I set up over here as well, 0.01. The launch pool. Guys, I want to stress, like, this is where the money has been made. My position right here, you can see right now, we've accrued interest of $19,000. By the way, the reason for that is very simple, because if you get in on the launch pool. And some of these, when you get something big, like 9.74, and you're in on 18x return or a 7% return, another 8 right there. Once you start to get these big returns, that's when you start to get the big rewards. So we put a heavy amount into this. What I'm going to do, we're going to look up some Solana. And so we're going to throw in the maximum amount for Solana. We're going to get 25 Solana, and then we're going to continue here. We're going to do the 12-month rate since that's 103%. Boom. Now we have another holding. On the My Deposits here, you're going to see that one up there at the top. Best percentage rate right now. Fantastic. Make sure you check out Cryptonomy.finance, stuff like that. But Luna Classic, what I say was going to happen, I said we're going to bounce up here to the 200 SMA. Once we get to the 200, it's going to reject, which of course we got that big wick right there, which caused a rejection back down here. Now, yesterday I drew this line saying that it was going to happen, and the most likely scenario to play out was going to be a rejection down here. Now, when I was pointing here, I will say I did hope for this move here to the 20 instead of the 50. We got that instead. So, but we got a reversal off of that. Now, there's not a lot of wicking in there, so there's not a lot of buy pressure. So I'm a little nervous when I see that. So I expect to move up here back into 14,461, and then probably move back up here into 460. Now, the best scenario for a play out would be that we get this kind of move up here, and then bang, we start bouncing up here, and we reject off of or use the 200 SMA. I'm going to pass over that and use it as support, and then start to push back up. Now, if we do that, where do we end up? It looks like we're just going to end up in this range right here, towards the top end of the resistance, about 14,900. I want to say, round about there. It's probably where we get into a lot more of that chop. Not a whole lot of trading, by the way. You can see again, some historical trading over here, and then a little bit more over here, and we're on the 1 hour chart. So, as you go back, you'll find the same thing, kind of in that same range. So we've set up a pretty good level right there. So it's a matter of breaking through that level and getting up into the spot, right? That, of course, leads to we're in the golden pocket, which, that's, I always tell you guys, that's one of those places where, that's kind of your trading area, if you will. It's a good accumulation for a bounce. Now, does it mean there's going to be a bounce? No, it doesn't. In fact, again, the logical play out here for me, we got in this golden pocket before, and then we rejected and bounced off to the 5-0 line. What we did, we came back down here at a lower point, and now we're fighting to get out of the 618. But what I think is going to happen, I think we get through this, we bounce through here, and bounce through here, and then boom, now we get into this range right here. This is the range that I think kind of is a testament at this point to whether or not we can continue to move to the upside. So it's the 382 level, which is 2020. So that looks like where we're going to be, or where it's going to go. Now, I'm not doing much TA here for this purpose, but it's the same thing basically on USTC. You had a favorable split yesterday, by the way. Luna Classic was up about 2.5%. USTC was down 8%. Like, you had a great opportunity to do a flip, I think. I didn't end up doing it. I ended up just holding on to my Lunc because I thought, maybe we'll just get a little bit of a rip off of that, or a little bit of ride there. What I'm now doing is I'm hedging against what I originally said, because I think maybe we're going to get a shot at 2.6 cents down here on USTC. When that happens, I'm going to take all of my Luna Classic that's not currently staked, and I'm going to convert everything to USTC for that next big pump. And I think that next big pump is probably going to come in the line right here at the 0.50 level at 4.5 cents. I mean, basically double my bag on Luna Classic. my flowing Luna Classic bag and not my stake Luna Classic. So that's what I think is going to happen. And it'll look something like this. We'll probably reject down here, probably not get down all the way down here, but then we'll come back up into this little range right here. That's what I think is going to end up playing out. That's what I think is going to happen. In the meantime, first of all, we're going to have to wait for Bitcoin to get finished. I think Bitcoin probably heads to 48, maybe even 40, maybe even 50,000 today or tomorrow. I think that we're in the final dregs here. We're consolidating, by the way, at an all-time high or a local high, a spot that we haven't seen since 2022, and we're not coming back down. By the way, like we're continuing to push. So I think that we've got some big opportunity. A lot going to happen in the next little while. So let me know what you think. Comments down below. It's not financial advice. My name is Blaze Muggers. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll talk to you again very, very soon.